So for those of you at home with those soon-to-be one-year-olds, you're having so much fun throughout the day with very silly babies and curious babies and little scientists who are adventuring all around, but you're also starting to see, boy, can they battle with you, especially over food. So today's nuggets are going to give you some tips on how to manage those new behaviors and how to make some smart choices to have good, healthy eating habits. Number one, you decide what, where, and when your baby eats. They decide how much or if they even eat at all. For meals, I recommend 3 food groups, kind of what we call 2 preferred foods and 1 new or non-preferred food. And then for snacks, look at 2 food groups. So what tends to happen is babies eat a lot of crackers and things like that for snacks. You can use 2 food groups like hummus and peas. You don't have to use snacking foods. Feeding should occur sitting down. Also, eating should not occur in the car or when the baby is walking around. I strongly recommend that feeding should occur when the baby is in a high chair or a booster sitting down for designated meal and snack times. For your 1-year-old babies at home, feeding solids can happen about 1 to 2 hours after milk, so their belly has plenty of room for their milk feeding, but also for their solid feeding. Number 2, create healthy rituals for snack and meal times. Remember, your babies can choose how much they eat, but you need to be consistent in the rituals that you provide for snack time and meal time. A great tip is to always have them wash their hands before they have food, as well as start to teach them to clear their plates or carry their sippy cup over to the kitchen to have a nice beginning and ending to their snack and their meal time. Also, you can use baby sign language to help them learn more or all done so that there's not a lot of grunting and pointing and throwing food and moving plates. This will really help keep nice behaviors associated with the feeding process. Number 3, stay away from negotiating, bargaining, or offering rewards to try to get your baby to eat. It's really common at this age to start to say, if you eat this, then you can have that. It's not a good healthy strategy to use for encouraging babies to eat. The food should be out in front of them. They can choose how much to eat of what is being offered. If they finish one, they can decide if they want more of one and less of the other. That is up to them. But what is offered for them to eat is what is already on the table. No short order cooks here where you're running back and forth to the kitchen to find more things to feed them. Let them choose from what you've put out in front of them. Next, be careful. Try to avoid over snacking. Snacks should not be offered 1 hour before mealtime. You want to make sure your baby is ready for their meal with nice, nutritious foods. Most older babies tend to have 1 smaller meal and 2 bigger meals. But if you start to see your baby is really reducing the size of their meals, check out how much they're snacking and try to pay attention to reducing the snack size to up the meal size. Next, meals should be 3 food groups and snacks are 2 food groups. Because toddlers can kind of graze a bit and have some big meals and some small meals, by making sure you do 3 food groups for meals and 2 for snacks, they're gonna get all the nutrition that they need. And remember, as I'm sure you're seeing at home, those older babies will love one food for a week and then next week refuse to eat it. That's why offering several of the food groups in one feeding will make sure that your baby gets the nutrition that they need. And finally, keep the emotions out of the feeding process. It's really normal when we see our baby eat all of their green beans to want to say like, yay, I'm so happy you ate your green beans. But then we're kind of making the fact that they ate the green beans about us being happy, and we don't want emotions to be connected with food. What you can say is, wow, you ate all of those green beans. Green beans are so full of great vitamins and nutrition, and you put them in your body to make your body nice and strong. That's a whole different way to say it, plus it's a teachable moment. I hope my nuggets today are gonna help you tackle some of those food battles and get you into a better space for you and your baby with meals and snack time for years to come. I'd love to hear from you on how you're managing those food battles. Post your comments down below. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.